Hi guys, today we're going to read a book called Picture Day Perfection. The author of this book is Deborah Dyson. Today, as I read this book, we're going to use our pictures to support our understanding. So when we come to words that we do not know or phrases that we do not understand, we're going to use our pictures to help us understand what we're reading about. My name is Mrs. Wood, and here I go reading Picture Day Perfection. I'd planned for months. This was going to be the year of the perfect school picture. But some days, not everything goes according to plan. I'm going to use my picture to look at the calendar because whenever we use a calendar, we use it to plan things. I know that I use a calendar at school, I can use a calendar at home, and we can write on our calendar important events that are coming up. And I noticed that he wrote on the very last box drew a picture of Picture Day coming up. The day started with the worst case of bedhead ever. Exhibit A, front view. Exhibit B, side view. Exhibit C, back view. And the last picture says Exhibit D, the look on my brother's face when he saw my hair. I'm going to use my picture to help me understand that the look on his brother's face tells me his hair must be crazy. Then it took me quite some time to unearth my favorite shirt. I finally found it at the very bottom of the hamper. You might call it stained. You might call it wrinkled. You might even call it smelly. You wouldn't be wrong. Look at his shirt. You can see the wrinkles, you can see the stains, and because it was in the bottom of his hamper, that tells me it's probably going to stink and be smelly. Not the best shirt to wear on picture day, but because it's his favorite shirt, that's what he wants to wear. He wasn't very prepared. Breakfast was picture day pancakes, a family tradition. This year's festives involved a small syrup disaster. I know that a tradition is something that we do over and over. So the picture tells me that Mom must make pancakes every year on picture day. And the syrup spilling all over the pancakes and all over the table tells me it must have been a disaster which caused a big mess. More accurately described as a large syrup disaster. And it occurred exactly as the bus pulled up. I had a feeling we'd be getting a new family tradition. Look at his face. Look at the syrup all over his face. That also confirms that it was a disaster, a big mess. On the bus, I got into a small bit of trouble. Make that a large bit of trouble. The bus driver made me sit in the seat right behind him for the rest of the ride. By the time I got into school, my picture day face was fixed in a scowl. A scowl. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to look at my picture to help me understand more. I see his face looks really confused or mad or angry, but he was sitting behind the bus driver because he got into trouble. So it must mean scowl is mad. He doesn't seem very happy that he was in trouble. In class, Mrs. Smith collected our photo order forms. Do you think my mom checked emerald green for my photo background or peacock blue or pizzazzy purple? No, once again, all of the backgrounds in the world, Mom checked snoring, boring, traditional, gray. No one gets traditional gray except for me. And it just so happens to be the only color in the world that makes my favorite shirt disappear, all but the stains and the wrinkles. Disappear. What does disappear mean? I'm going to use my picture to help me understand. Well, I notice that the background is gray. And because the background is gray, I can hardly see his shirt because his shirt is gray. The only thing I can really see on this boy's shirt are the stains. So that's what helps me understand the word disappear. After that, the teacher had us all stand up and practice our picture day smiles. Personally, I thought we needed a little something to get us in the picture day mood. Whoops, got myself in trouble again. Let's look at the characters on this page. You see them all smiling. They seem happy to get their picture taken, except the little boy on the far right. His hair looks a mess. His face looks silly, and he's sticking his tongue out, which shows his mood. He's acting silly, which makes me think that might be why he got into trouble again. Luckily, I got to rejoin the class in time for art. Art involved quite a lot of paint, or at least it did for me. Look at the picture that they have paint all over their face and all over the wall. What a mess. Finally, it was time to line up for our photos. Ned, just in front of me, got the last complimentary plastic comb. I watched as classmate after classmate smiled for the camera. I got queasy listening to everyone say cheese. I can't stand cheese. The mere thought of it turns me green, deeply green. And just as my face reached its most awful pea green shade, it was my turn. Queasy. That's a word I don't really know the meaning of. So if I look at the pictures, I see that he looks kind of sick because of the thought of cheese makes him not feel very good because it said, I can't stand cheese. And when we don't like something and it makes us feel sick, it makes our tummy queasy. I stepped forward. I sat down on the stool. It was hard as a rock and cold as an iceberg. Just a sec, said the photographer as he fiddled with the camera knobs. Look at the picture to see the knobs on the camera. I see different little knobs on the back of the camera. And whenever you turn the knobs, it does something different to the camera. So maybe when he fiddled with the knobs, it makes the camera turn or to the next screen or take a picture. As I sat and waited, everything that happened rushed through my mind. The monstrous messes, the muddles and the mix-ups, the whole day from the moment I'd rolled out of bed had gone perfectly, even better than planned. This year, I was finally going to have the perfect school picture. I'm going to look at my picture on this page to help me understand. I don't really think he is having the perfect picture day because of all the bad things that have happened to him. I don't think he really is going to have a very good picture. And that's when I heard a click. In a flash, all of my hard work, my perfectly tangled hair, my perfectly rumpled shirt, my perfectly sticky face, my perfectly composed scowl, that perfect, boring background, those perfect paint splatters, that perfect, sickly pallor, wasted, useless, ruined, in a moment of weakness, by an unexpected smile. Mom says it's my best picture ever. Look at the picture of Mom holding her son's picture from school. It shows me that he did end up having a good picture day. And I think he was trying maybe to not smile so he could ruin his picture. But instead, at the very last minute, he put on a big smile on his face. And it turned out better than he wanted it to. But just wait till she sees next year's. I wonder what he's going to do next year. But I look at this picture and I see that on the 24th, he already has a smiley face with the word picture day. He's already planning for next year's picture perfect day. I hope you had enjoyed the story. And just remember, when you read your own book, Really look at your pictures to help you understand words that you do not know so that you can really understand what you're reading, because pictures give us lots of support. Have a good day.